Welcome back to
Podcast
Almost Every Day.
Today, my grandma will be talking about top movies for kids, not just in 2020, but over all of the years, and I will be talking about insects. Grandma, would you like to get us some facts about the movies?
Sure, we're going to start with the top ones, and the very first one is Toy Story 4, available in 2019 with a 97% approval rate.
The number of insect species is believed to be between 6 and 10 million.
The second movie is The Wizard of Oz in 1939 with a 98th percentile.
Insects' bodies have 3 parts: the thorax, the abdomen, and the head.
Third one is Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse 2018 with a 97% approval rating.
Insects have 3 pairs of legs.
The next one is Inside Out, rated at 98% and came out in 2015.
Some insects, such as giraffe, water striders, they're called striders, not spiders, but striders, are able to walk on the surface of water.
The number 5 on our list is Coco. It was out in 2017 and it has an approval rating of 97%.
Bees, termites, and ants live in well-organized colonies.
The next film is Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. It came out in 1937 with an approval rate of 98%.
Next one is Only Male Crickets Chirp.
Number 7, E.T., and that came out in 1982 with, again, an approval rating of 98%.
Insects are cold-blooded.
Next on our list is Incredibles 2, which came out in 2018 with a 94 percentile rate.
Silkworms are used as primary producer of silk.
Then we go to number 9, which is Paddington 2 in 2018 with a 100% approval.
Most insects hatch from eggs.
Next film, number 10, is Up, which came out in 2009 with an approval rating of 98%.
And some life cycle of mosquitoes features 4 stages: egg, larva, pupa, and adult.
The next film came out in 1940, Pinocchio, with 100% approval.
Spiders are not insects.
Now we're into Toy Story 2, which came out in 1999 with 100% approval.
And sorry about Grandma's voice. She is starting to lose her voice a little bit today, but do not worry, she is not sick. Anyways, what is an interesting fact about an insect? The number of insect species is believed to be 6 and 10 million. Insects' bodies have 3 parts: the thorax, abdomen, and the head. Insects have 2 antennate. Insects have an exoskeleton. Insects have 3 pairs of legs. So we did talk about a couple of them, but we did learn one fact.
Number 13 on our list is Toy Story 3, which came out in 2010 with an approval rating of 98%.
What is the most interesting insect? We got the Hercules beetle, the giant long-legged katydid, the Asian bug, the glossid beetle, the giant burrowing cockroach, titan beetle, thorn bug, and devil's flower manatee.
Then we go to Finding Nemo, in 2003 with a 99% approval.
Do insects feel pain? Scientists have known insects experience something like pain since 2003, but even researchers published today from Associate Professor Greg Neely and colleagues at the University of Sydney proves for the first time that insects also experience chronic pain that lasts long after an internal injury has healed.
Number 15 on our list is The Jungle Book, which came out in 2016 with an approval of 94%.
This one is a little bit funny, but we're going to read it anyway. Do bugs fart? The most common gases in insect farts are hydrogen and methane, which are odorless.
Wow, next on our list is Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2. Came out in 2011 with a 96 percentile rating.
Now we're going to be talking about beetles because beetles are one of the most common insects to be talked about. But we're going to talk about movies before we talk about all the facts.
Sure. Now we're back into 1946. It's a Wonderful Life with a 94 percentile rating.
Beetles are in a group of insects that form the order of Colopria. In the order Ingibricoda, the front pair of wings are hardened into wing cases. Eltrea distinguish them from the most other insects. The Chloropia, with about 400,000 species, is the largest of all orders.
Moana in 2016 became number 18 with a 95% approval.
And here are some questions asked about beetles. Can beetles kill humans? It's also why a beetle a fraction of the size of a penny, which does not directly harm humans in any way, might be responsible for so many deaths.
Toy Story is next on our list. It came out in 1995 and has a 100% approval.
The next one is, how do I get rid of a beetle in my house? It's a DIY, pretty much, is what we're going to be talking about. Inspect their favorite hiding spots. Use a vacuum to suck up beetles on the spot. Clean up food after every meal. Seal pantry items in containers with lids. Keep closets clutter-free to avoid beetle infestations. Use beetle control products like sprays and traps.
The Lego Movie is next on the list. It came out in 2014 with a 96% approval.
Now we're going to be talking about The Fly, but first we're going to be talking about more movies.
How to Train Your Dragon. In 2010, this was a popular movie with a 99% approval.
The article is about the flying insect. For others, uses C, fly decimation, flying decimation, and flies decimation. True flies are insects of the order Dipteria, the name being derived from the Greek, which is also known as two. And this is how you say it. Pretron is actually how you say wing. Insects of this order use only a single pair of wings to fly, the hind wings having evolved into advanced minicular organs. Insects of this order known as halters, which act as high-speed sensors of buoyancy movement and allow preparations to perform and advance orbitics.
The 1964 movie Mary Poppins has a 100% approval rating.
Ooh. And how do you treat flies? Oh wait, that's a video. Can a fly kill you? Flies transmit many dozens of diseases to humans. Some estimate at least 70 different ones, including but not limited to tryptophan fever, dysentery, cholera, polio, yaws, and a thorax, ptomaria, leprosy, telemachus, I think is how you say it, and many, many more. Why do insects fly into lights and heat sources? That will kill them, ? So, if they go into the light, some certain flies, it will kill them.
Now, number 23 on our list is Dumbo, which was made in 1941 with a 98% approval.
So this is called a ladybird beetle, which is kind of known as a ladybug, if you have ever heard of it that way. But more movies.
Ratatouille,
Ratatouille.
which was out in 2007, has a 96% rating.
The ladybug is a widespread family of small beetles ranging in size from 0.8 to 8 millimeters, 0.03 to 0.71 inches, also known as 0.71 inches. The family is commonly known as ladybugs in North America and ladybirds in Britain and other parts of the English-speaking world.
Miracle on 34th Street became the next film that is on the list, and it came out in 1947 with a 96th percentile rating.
A question is, are ladybugs harmful? Ladybugs, also known as lady beetles or ladybird beetles, live outdoors and are completely harmless.
The 2017 movie, My Life as a Zucchini, has a 99% approval.
Is a ladybug a beetle? Also known as ladybirds or lady beetles. The little red bugs are so believed because they are also known as a beetle, but not fully. So they're kind of half and half, with their own kind of species and mixed with a beetle.
In 2004, The Incredibles had a 97% approval.
Ooh, I don't like this one. This is an ant. Ugh, but more movies.
101 Dalmatians, which was out in 1961, has a 98% approval.
Ants from colonies that range in the size of a few dozen, potentially in veils, living in small natural capacities, to highly organized colonies that may occupy large territories and consist of millions of individuals.
The Princess Bride in 1987 has a 97 percentile.
And here is a question. What do ants do all day? During the colony's gnomed phase, the ants travel all day, attacking other colonies and insects they encounter for food. At night, they build a temporary nest and keep moving to the next morning. During this time, the worker ants make a nest of their own bodies to protect the queen, the food, and the eggs.
In 1968, Yellow Submarine had a percentile rating of 97.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for our candy of the day. Drum roll, please. Today we have a Hershey's milk chocolate. So, Grandma, can you please tell us what exactly this is?
This is a chocolate bar, milk chocolate.
And when was this made?
This was made in 1894. Still a favorite
A couple
today.
thousand years old. Wow. Is this made with fresh milk chocolate?
Yes, it sure is.
Really? Just with fresh milk?
Mm-hmm.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's pretty crazy. Do you know how many calories there are in that?
Yes, 220.
And can we have one nutrition fact about it?
Okay, let's see what we can find out about it. I know chocolate's good for you, but
Well, dark chocolate.
Dark chocolate, but it does have some fiber, 1%.
Ooh, that's a pretty good fact. Well, if you have never had Hershey's, maybe you should go and try having Hershey's sometime. Or if you or your family or any of your friends have never had a Hershey, maybe go and suggest it for them. Anyways, back to some kids' movies.
Okay, the next on our list is Beauty and the Beast from 1991. It has a 94 percentile rate.
Now we're going to be talking about a pretty common thing that people like to talk about, bees, okay? Bees are flying insects closely related to wasps and ants, known for their role in pollination, and in the case of the best-known bee species, the western honeybee, for producing honey.
Next on our list is Chicken Run, a 2000 film with a 97% approval.
Okay, now we're going to be talking about some questions that we get a lot about bees. Well, there is no questions there. Oh wait, yes, here we go. Are bees going extinct? There are three main reasons for bees extinction, and there are parasite, habitat loss, and cell phones. Those are problems in life, and those are the problems with the bees as well. I think that's what it said.
The next film is a 2015, and it's the Lego Batman movie with a 90% approval.
The next one is, how long would we live if bees died? We would only live for about 4 more years if bee died today. Or if a baby was born the day that bees went extinct, it would only live to be at least 4 years old.
In 1993, The Nightmare Before Christmas received a 95% approval.
And actually, just speaking about that, I was just thinking about that movie. I really enjoyed that movie. But here is something that is not good for our environment, but they do help us with a little bit of stuff. They're not good for humans, but it does keep them alive. This is the mosquito. One fact about mosquitoes are they are alternate spelling mosquitoes, comprise a group of about 3,500 species of small insects that are flies, order Diprida. With Diprida, they consult the family Collecta, from the Latin clox meaning gaunt. The word mosquito, formed by musca and amato, is Spanish for little fly. Did you know that?
No, that's news to me. And
Hello, sorry, we had some technical difficulties, but Grandma, start us off again.
okay, and this movie, Big, which came out in 1988, has a 97% approval.
Ooh, that's pretty cool. Since we did have some technical difficulties, nothing bad happened. It's just my storage got full. But we will see you guys tomorrow, right? Yeah,
Yes,
tomorrow.
yes.
Hopefully this video will get going up unless we have more technical difficulties. But
This was
podcast
almost
every day. Bye. Like and subscribe to see more cool videos just like this one.